just like last week. So last week I forgot to record my video. I was live, but I forgot to record my video. And I was almost going to do the same thing today until I opened my camera, only to realize that everything I've been saying was not recorded. Everything I've been saying was not recorded. So we need to go back to the beginning, okay? Let's start again. Welcome to DateShip. Welcome back to DateShip. Today we are tackling one of the most delicate and complicated scenarios in modern dating, in modern relationships. When two married people fall in love and plan to leave their spouses to be together. It's a plot line straight out of a movie, but the real world consequences are profoundly human and incredibly messy. We are not here to pass judgment, but to explore the immense practical and emotional weight of this decision for them, for their families, and their future. Yes, today is the 7th of September 2025 and the time is 9:16 p.m. GMT plus 3. Why would these people want to destroy two families to be together? That's a good question. Why? Why would they think that being together is more important than the primary family they already have? These are my questions to you. To my viewers, I have questions for you also. What would you do if you were the spouse being left? How can someone in this situation minimize the harm to their family because they are bored of their play life? Okay, someone thinks it's boredom. Someone thinks it's boredom that wants to make them to separate from their current marriages and be joined together. You are not wrong. It could be boredom. You are right. Oh there, did you get cheated? Did you get cheated? Do you mean me? Did I get cheated on? I don't think so. Did I cheat? I don't think so too. It's a scenario. Okay, so sometimes we come up with scenarios, different scenarios in relationships. We talk about it, we analyze it, we share our opinions, we share our perspectives on it without judgment, without being judgmental. Okay, Aisha, that's what we do. That's one of the things we do on DateShip, on this program called DateShip. Okay. All right, so maybe I should just respond to Aisha's question. She said, did I get cheated on? So she's asking, so what if I am the spouse that is being left? If I am the spouse that is, thank you, Betty Ann. If I am the spouse that is being left, to be honest, I will appreciate the honesty, because what is the point in being in a loveless marriage? What's the point? It's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. And like people usually say that the truth is bitter. But some people still prefer to know the truth. So it might take a while, but eventually I will move on. User said he will cheat too. Okay, it's not, it has even gone beyond cheating. Okay, it has gone beyond cheating. So the point is, the two people want to leave, they want to leave their marriages to be together. Okay, Bedihan is a very popular singer. All right, okay. I like your glasses. Thank you. However, I'm wearing them for a reason. My eyes are red, okay? So I'm trying to cover them up. But thank you. Bedihan, someone says you're a very popular singer. What kind of song do you sing? So that means you're a Turkish singer. I really don't know much about singers, anyways. Okay, so we are lucky to have a celebrity on our show. All right, thank you, Celeb, for joining us. We will also appreciate it if you join us live to share your own thoughts on our topic today. Like Aisha asked if I was the one that's been left, you know, I will appreciate the honesty in him, stepping up to even talk to me about it to start with, because things like this are actually difficult to talk about. So I will appreciate it. It's going to hurt, but eventually I will move on. I will move on, and that does not mean I will stop believing in love. No. But besides, people get married and fall out of love, and it's not people are really also not getting married because of love. There are other ingredients that makes marriage successful, or that makes hello Halil, that makes marriage a success. One of it is just love. There are other things. Okay, so if those other things are also not in existence, so what's the point in being with someone that doesn't want to be with you? I should say, so my best friend is in love with this boy and he is really rude. Is he rude to your friend, or is rude to you and other friends? Aisha, both. Is rude to your friend. Now, let me say this. If the guy is rude to your friend, then he doesn't like her. No, because you are not rude to someone you love, you like. Being rude is also indicates being disrespectful, if I'm correct. Yes, so the earlier your friend walk out of that relationship, the better for her, because that is not love. That is not even likeness, let alone love. Okay? You cannot be disrespectful to someone you like, let alone her friends. So if you are rude or disrespectful to her friends and her family, that is not a relationship. They're just, is either she's using the boy or the boy is using her. So that's not a relationship. Yeah, but she likes him, so we don't care that much. No, she doesn't like him. She's obsessed. She's probably infatuated. That's not likeness. That's you attract someone that likes you. Except she's also a rude person. So it takes two to tango. And we get ignored all the time and we feel stupid. Okay. So relationship is actually between two people to start with. However, both parties should actually want to be friends with their girlfriend's friends or their boyfriend's friend. Okay, so if that's not happening, that is not a healthy relationship. So tell your friend, I say it's not a healthy relationship. But he always tried to make me and my other friend. So that's just show off. That's not a relationship. It's just show off. We can tell. It's a show off. That's not a relationship. It's a show off. Your friend will realize it, and that relationship is not going to last. Are you for real? He brings up his current. No, what do you mean by current girlfriend? Are they ex now? Okay, I'm confused. Aisha, I'm confused. One, if a guy likes a girl, he respects her, he respects his friend. I don't think so. He just does not really like her. He just does not really like her, and he does not respect her. That's all I can say about that. Okay. All right, back to our topic. Um, what will you do if you are the one that the spouse is leaving for someone else? What would you do if you were the spouse being left? How can someone in this situation minimize the harm to their family? I don't know if there's any harm that can be minimized, though. What is done is done. Just face the consequences. Yeah. Just face the consequences. Face the consequences. Just face the consequences. What are the possibilities? What are the things that are likely to happen? Okay, okay, I share. Take your time. I'll read whatever you write. Take your time. Okay, um, so two married people willing to destroy their marriages just to start a new one. What are the odds? What is it a fantasy or is it a reality? Is it even possible that there can ever be a happily ever after? What's the possibility of a happily ever after? There are many questions to be asked. I mean, I wish we could actually have such a couple or someone that are actually been through it to join us live to share their own experience with us. That would have actually helped us in really understanding this this scenario and this situation. First, how did they meet? How did they meet? Like I said before, I mentioned they must have probably been, maybe they were cheating initially. It could have actually started from being a one night stand. Maybe it turned out to cheating. From cheating, it turned out to be affair. And from affair, they realized they cannot do without each other. And maybe the man sees the woman as the person he should have actually married, and vice versa. And now they decide to, because it's not easy, right? Many people have affairs. Many people. Let's not lie. Okay, let's not shy away from the truth. People would rather keep a side chick or a mistress somewhere and still keep their homes. In fact, I've heard of stories where even married men have kids out of wedlock because they don't want to break the home, because of the children, right? Even though he behaves mean, it's like he, wherever we go, and tries to make us jealous about his girlfriend. Actually, just forget about this guy. Forget about the guy. Just forget about him. There's nothing much to say about such person. Okay? And probably he's young, so yeah, he's still learning. He's still learning, Aisha. Okay, that's not the kind of person you should actually. He's 18, yeah, he's young. So that's not the kind of person you should actually channel your energy on. Your friend will not understand. Will not understand. Okay, she's blindly in love. I don't see that as love. That's not love for me. That's not definition of love. But she will understand eventually. Okay, so don't bother yourself about it. Especially if that person is this guy is not your boyfriend. Just forget about him. Your friend, it might take a while, but your friend will realize eventually. Okay, she will realize eventually, and then she will ask herself what she's been doing with it. Except the guy, the guy cannot change. He never loved her. Maybe she was the one that even asked the guy out. Was she the one that asked the guy out? What does love feel like? What is the difference between love and liking? Okay, before you love, you first like. Like is a natural likeness. You need to like someone. First, you must like the person before now loving the person. Now, you can like someone and not love them. Okay? But you cannot love someone without liking them. I can't start a combo. Can you give some advices? On what? On what, Aisha? Be specific. User, let me respond to your question again. You know that there are some people that when you see them, you just don't like them. It's not that they've done anything wrong to you, but probably there are certain things they do that just piss you off. You don't like them at all, let alone to even give them the chance to be your friend, and then you will discover them. Okay, Aisha, that might be a topic for another day. Okay, that might be a topic for another day. So I'm going to note it down. Advice on what to do, do's and don'ts on a date, right? Do's and don'ts. Is it on a date or during DateShip? Which one? Is it while dating this person or while you're on a date, maybe a first date? I think we've actually talked about this topic before. Yes, we've actually talked about this topic before. Yeah, we've talked about it before. Thank you, user. On a first date, yes, we actually talked about it before. If you go to my YouTube channel, you will see my previous videos, either my YouTube channel or my Instagram. So if you go to my Instagram at mishishi_Becca, at mishishi_Becca. Mishishi is spelled MISHI_BECCA. Mishishi_Becca. You'll find it on in one of my videos on Instagram, and it's also on YouTube. YouTube is at DateShip. It's also there. So go to my YouTube channel, check all the videos. We spoke about this during the early days of the program. Okay? Do you think love fades after marriage? Yes, it does. Love fades after marriage. It's marriage is not the end. You see, that's where people get it wrong. Marriage is not the end. I was going to do a talk on what next after marriage. What next after marriage? You know, people make efforts before marriage. They try to impress each other. before marriage. Immediately after marriage, everyone feels relaxed. Like, I'm already married to you. I don't need to put effort. No. In fact, that is when the real work begins. After marriage is when the real work begins. So when both parties are not also putting in effort to make it work, marriage fades. I love cousin marriage. What does that mean? Kiram, I love cousin marriage. What does that mean? Cousin. Please explain yourself. I'm not understanding. So that's it, Aisha. Go to our YouTube channel to see our videos. You'll see it there. Do's and don'ts on first date or something. I know we talked about first date a lot. We talked about first date a lot. So go to our channel, you'll see there. Yes, love fades, both in relationship and in marriage. It fades. And it's marriage that is worse. Because at the end of the day, the man does not want to work out, the woman does not want to leave, but they both stop loving each other, they both stop putting in effort, and then they become ordinary housemates. And God forbid there is an opening door where the man meets someone else. It could start as a flirt or fling, an affair, and it can actually turn to what we are talking about today, where two people are ready to say to hell with their marriage and family just because they think they found happiness together and they prefer to be together. So, what the practical minefield about their relationship? This is where we talk about cold hard facts about their relationship. So we have this staggered timeline. So during the staggered timeline, it is highly unlikely that both divorces will be finalized simultaneously. Okay, both of them have decided to divorce their partners to be together. However, thank you for the likes, it is unlikely for the two divorces to be finalized simultaneously. Now, how will they handle the pressure if one person is free and the other is still entangled in his or her divorce? So they both decided to get divorced. Okay? So when one divorce goes quickly and the other one does not go smoothly and quickly, how will they handle the pressure? Because there will be pressure. Financial realities. So there's going to be financial realities, because after divorces are not actually not easy. Okay, there will be financial implications. There could be divorce, there could be legal fees, asset division. It depends on where they come from. If they are Americans or they belong to this Western world, asset division, potential alimony, and the financial strain of setting up two new households. Because that the man that has divorced his wife, maybe they have kids, okay? If they have kids, he needs to take care of the children. He needs to pay child support. He probably needs to pay alimony. Now, on the woman's side, we don't know the situation, but there could also be some financial implications from her end. Now, how will they handle those financial situations? Because now, so two have become one, right? So now they need to both solve each other's problems together. The blame game. There'll be the blame game. How will they handle it if their respective spouses discover the affair and it becomes the grounds for the divorce? This can lead to more contentious and expensive proceedings. Now, like I said, it depends on where they come from. If they come from that background where their spouses can use their affair as a tool to fight them if they find out, or if they are the ones that actually call them up, will they really tell their spouses that, okay, I'm in love with someone else, I want to walk out of? I don't know. How would they talk about it? How would they discuss it? How would they handle it? So there's this blame game where they start saying, you're at fault, I'm at fault, and all that. The new relationship pressure. Now, the stress of two divorces is immense. Can the new relationship bear the weight of being the reason for all that stress? Many relationships that begin this way yeah many relationships that begin this way buckle under pressure. Okay, so if the separation is not properly done, and if they did not take time out to process the divorce and heal, it can actually put pressure on their own new relationship. Now, let's talk about the effect, the ripple effect, the forgotten parties, the spouses. How will they ensure the process is as fair and compassionate as possible to the people they are leaving? Rushing to be together often leads to cruel and hurtful behavior. The children, if there are kids involved, this is the most critical part. How will they handle their children's affairs? Because now, if one has two kids and the other one has one or two, let's say one has two kids, the other one has three kids. Now they are bringing 5 kids together. They both have 5 kids. Now, do they want to have their own kids or not? These are things they will also need to actually clarify very well, probably discuss. And also, they also need to talk about co-parenting, introducing new partner to the kids, to the children, which should be done very slowly and much later. I mean, I don't know. It depends on how they really want to handle it. And the importance of never making the children feel they have to choose sides. Okay? It's important they make the children feel comfortable in each other's company. Shared friends and community. So, shared friends and community, there will be social fallout. Are they prepared for the potential loss of mutual friends and the judgment from their community? I personally believe that if they handle it well, it might not come to this. Okay, so how they handle it also, it's important. It's very important. So, what's the way forward for them? The path forward, if they proceed, because many times it's easier said than done. It's easier said than done. They will both agree that they want to divorce. At the end of the day, they will not divorce. Or even their spouses might even make the divorce difficult for them and it will not work out. Or it will take longer than they expected. It might take longer than they thought. The question is, will they ever be together? That's my own question, though. However, before the two of them proceed to be together, I personally believe that they both need individual therapy. I strongly recommend both individuals seek therapy separately to understand their role in the breakdown of their marriages and to healthily process the transition. They need to see therapists. They need to talk about it. They need to heal before they now come together. Because you're not just throwing family is, these people are humans. You're not just abandoning an object. Okay, you're abandoning people. You're abandoning people. So they're not just objects. So they also need to heal. Okay? They also need to see therapists to be able to transition properly. Radical honesty with their spouses. So once the decision is made, they need to be honest with their spouses. The seed prolongs the pain. The better you let yours, I'm not sure. I really don't think it's nice to tell someone that you are leaving them for another person. I don't think it's nice to do. Just let the person know the problems you have, the issues you have that made you even step out in the first place. Because in my own opinion, it's more painful to tell someone you are leaving them for another person rather than discussing what the real problems are. Pose the challenging question: should they consider pausing their new relationship to properly end their marriages? This is really important. This allows them to enter a new relationship from a place of integrity, not secrecy, though it is very difficult to ask. So do we think that they should, once they've decided that they want to break up their marriages to be together, do we think they should first separate for some time? What are your thoughts on it? Please leave a comment, okay? Do you think it's the right thing for them to do is to first separate so that then for them to start their relationship on a clean note? What are your thoughts on it? Please comment. Let us know what you think. Now, let's talk about happily ever after. Do you think they will really have a happily ever after, or they might also end up getting divorced? There will be a long period of adjustment, healing, and building trust from a fractured foundation. If it's not properly done, they will have a fractured foundation. But if it's properly done, maturely handled, then yeah, they might be fine, I believe. What are the takeaways for today's topic? Okay, so key takeaways for the DateShip audience. Our key takeaway today is that this situation is far more than just a love story. It's a logistical and emotional earthquake. Secondly, the decision affects a wide circle of people, and handling it with empathy is paramount, not being judgmental. It should be handled with empathy for all parties involved, both the ones that want to divorce their spouses and be together, and their spouses and their children. Okay. Also, professional help is very important for them. Professional help is not a luxury, it's actually a necessity for both parties. True love can wait for integrity. True love can wait for integrity. Rushing the process to be together often destroys the very foundation of the new relationship. So they both need to take their time. Now, my question is, do you think is a right decision for them to say that they want to leave their spouses for them to be together? What do you think? Please leave us a comment on your thoughts. Do you think that they should have just continued to be cheating? Do you think they should have just continued to be having that affair and just keep the other families? Do you think that's the right thing to do, or a better way to go about it? Like, okay, you guys should have just continued your affair and just keep your families out of it, since you've been smart enough that your family, your spouses don't know. Probably your spouses are already suspecting, and you feel that it's better to just let the cat out of the bag so you can move on with your lives. So, is the true love really true love? If at the end of the day you break up with this family and you be together, can you truly become an item? Can it truly be for better, for worse? Or it will still end up leading to another divorce? Or maybe you might actually not need to marry, just separate and just be together. Or do you think, well, I think that's another topic for another day. Marriage, is it a scam? So we've come to the end of today. Please give us a like, subscribe, and please, we want to hear from you. Please comment your thoughts on our pages. Let's know what you think about today's topic. It's really important for us. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us, and see you next week. Bye.